What if humanity solved urban life thousands of years before the modern world? Along the banks of the Indus River, Mohenjo-daro rose quietly without kings boasting or armies conquering. Nearly 4,500 years ago, when most settlements were chaotic villages, this city was already thinking ahead. Streets ran straight, intersecting at right angles like a modern blueprint. Homes were built with precision, not improvisation. Order was not accidental here, it was intentional. The city did not grow randomly, it was designed. Every brick seemed to follow a rule. Mohenjo-daro looked less like an ancient ruin and more like a city misplaced in time. History had moved forward before the rest of the world noticed. Imagine walking through a city where confusion had been engineered out of existence. Mohenjo-daro was divided into carefully planned blocks, each street wide enough for movement and trade. Major roads ran north to south, and smaller lanes branched with purpose. This was urban planning in its purest form. Drainage channels ran beneath streets, hidden yet essential. Rainwater and waste were guided away instead of left to rot. The city breathed through its design. Movement was smooth, predictable, and controlled. Even today, many cities struggle with what Mohenjo-daro mastered early. This was not trial and error. This was knowledge applied with confidence. What if hygiene was considered a priority, not a luxury? Almost every house in Mohenjo-daro had access to a private well or nearby water source. Bathrooms existed inside homes, connected to covered drains. Waste flowed away through a citywide sanitation system unmatched until modern times. The famous Great Bath stood at the heart of the city, sealed with precision to hold water without leakage. This was not just architecture, but mindset. Cleanliness was social, ritual, and practical. Health was built into daily life. While other civilizations glorified monuments, Mohenjo-daro perfected living conditions. The city cared for its people before it impressed outsiders. What if a great city thrived without visible rulers? Mohenjo-daro shows no grand palaces, no massive temples, no statues of kings. Authority here seems quiet, administrative, and collective. Uniform brick sizes suggest strict regulation. Storage buildings imply organized distribution, not royal hoarding. The absence of obvious hierarchy is striking. This was a society built on systems rather than spectacle. Order replaced intimidation. Leadership may have existed, but it did not dominate the skyline. Power was embedded in structure, not displayed in stone. Mohenjo-daro functioned because everyone followed shared rules. Control without tyranny made the city work. Why did such an advanced city disappear without drama? Around 1900 BCE, Mohenjo-daro was gradually abandoned. There is no evidence of massive invasion or destruction. Rivers shifted, floods changed the landscape, and climate patterns turned unpredictable. Life became harder, not impossible, but uncertain. People moved away slowly, carrying knowledge but leaving bricks behind. Writing faded, streets emptied, and drains dried. The city did not collapse in flames. It simply fell silent. What remains today is a question carved in baked clay. A reminder that even the most advanced systems depend on nature's balance. Mohenjo-daro was ahead of its time, but not beyond it. What if a city was planned not to glorify rulers, but to protect everyday life? In Mohenjo-daro, the design suggests a society that valued balance and fairness over spectacle. Homes followed similar patterns, regardless of size, hinting at limited social extremes. No towering palaces were overshadowing poor quarters. No signs of extreme wealth pressed against poverty. Most houses had access to water, drainage, and privacy, something rare even in much later civilizations. Streets guided movement smoothly, avoiding congestion and chaos. Public and private spaces were carefully separated, showing respect for personal life. The city felt engineered for stability rather than control. Daily routines flowed with order, not fear. Mohenjo-daro functioned because its people lived within a shared system of responsibility. Equality was not declared, it was built. What if influence traveled through trust instead of force? Mohenjo-daro stood at the heart of a vast trade network stretching across the ancient world. Goods from the Indus Valley reached Mesopotamia, Central Asia, and beyond. Beads, seals, pottery, and metals moved along river routes and coastal paths. Standardized weights and measures ensured fairness, making merchants confident in exchange. This consistency required strong regulation and shared agreement. Yet there is no evidence of military dominance enforcing trade. Power here was quiet, reliable, and respected. Mohenjo-daro shaped the economy of its era without conquest. Commerce became its language of authority. The city proved that order could spread peacefully across borders. What if the city recorded its knowledge but chose brevity over explanation? Mohenjo-daro used a script carved onto seals, tools, and objects, precise and consistent. Yet the inscriptions are short, never telling full stories or laws. This writing system, part of the broader Indus script, remains undeciphered. Without long texts, beliefs, rituals, and governance stay hidden. We see organization, but not ideology. The script feels functional, not expressive. It likely identified ownership, trade, or authority rather than history. When the city declined, the script disappeared with it. No later civilization adopted it. The city planned everything except how future generations would understand it. Silence became its final defense. What if the ancient world solved problems we still struggle to master? Urban planners today study Mohenjo-daro with disbelief and admiration. Its drainage systems efficiently removed waste without contaminating water sources. Streets followed grids that reduced disorder and improved access. Construction standards ensured durability and safety. All of this was achieved without electricity, steel, or modern tools. Knowledge came from observation, testing, and shared discipline. The city demonstrates that innovation does not belong to one era. Progress is not a straight line forward. Sometimes humanity learns, forgets, and relearns. Mohenjo-daro challenges modern arrogance. It proves that ancient intelligence deserves modern respect. What if Mohenjo-daro was never meant to remain in the past? Today, its ruins lie exposed to wind and sun, but its ideas remain alive. Clean cities, sustainable planning, and human-centered design are goals modern societies still chase. Mohenjo-daro achieved them 4,500 years ago. It did not build monuments to intimidate history. It built systems to support life. Its quiet disappearance reminds us that even the best planning cannot defeat environmental change, but its legacy survives beyond stone and brick. Mohenjo-daro was not only ahead of its time, it is a reminder of what cities can be when intelligence, balance, and humanity guide design.